withoutamotion.com. Today we're going to look at AIG. This stock's got a lot of attention lately. It's been in the news, the government bailout. So this warrants a video, and I want to go over some of the things that I'm seeing in this stock. We've had a massive drop-off, so I think we can find some profitability in this stock from a technical analyst standpoint. So let's begin. The first thing we notice on this stock, that 11 trading days ago, this thing fell apart, and that was due in part to the financial sector breakdown. You know, I don't really follow the news much. However, this was pretty hard to avoid, what's going on with something like this. So basically what we had here was, you could see where it dropped from about 20, I would say in the 20 area, all the way down to $1.25. That's just a massive drop off. I don't even know what the percentage is on that. I think it's 95%. However, once we hit $1.25, we did get some value shoppers in there and said, hey, this is just way too low, and pushed the price up to about $1.75, closing on this day right here. We had a large gap up and then a large wick all the way to the top. What we call this candlestick formation right here is called an inverted hammer, regardless of the trend. What it means is that buyers tried to push this thing all the way up, however the bears came in and pushed it right back down. So there's a significant amount of downward pressure on this, be it shorting or people who just do not trust this stock. However, the next day we have our nice little gap up, probably, a nickel or two. And then the following day we have a huge gap up. And that was 2 trading days ago, and each day we've had a small gap up. Today we had, and each day finished off with a small doji. However, I like these very large wicks that we had like 3 days ago and yesterday. Today was a pretty flat day. I think we're waiting on what the news is going to be regarding how far the government's going to go to help. From a technical standpoint, this just looks like money to me. This is free money sitting on the table. What I'm looking for is this gap to fill right between $7.30 and about $12. That's going to be our really money-making zone right there. Once we get up there, there can be a significant amount of resistance right at $7.40, $7.30 area right there. But once it breaks through that, it's going to be really easy to move this stock all the way up to $12. And like I said, when it comes to this type of information, it's going to be the news that actually pushes this stock through this zone. However, the indicators definitely do matter, so this is something we're going to want to keep an eye on. Our middle Bollinger Band is currently trading at $14.25, so, we closed today at $5. There's definitely some money to be made in this stock. Moving on down, let's take a look at our volume. Today we had below average volume, which is quite interesting for this stock. Our rate of change line is really kind of flat. It's way oversold. It's got a long ways to get up to the zero line. Moving down to our MACD, once again, about 4 days ago, as you can see, we began our line up. This is always the early version of getting in the stock and trying to get the maximum profit and try to hit bottom exactly. It's very risky, not recommended for all traders. I've done it a few times, but it's best to wait for this signal line crossover right here, where you can see we have the green and the red line about to cross over. Once again, these are lagging indicators. We look at our full stochastic here. It barely is crossed over and it's trying to get out of oversold conditions. However, it's not quite making it. What I really like here is the money flow indicator. We've definitely got oversold conditions right here, and our MFI 7, which is our earliest indicator, is really started to spike up. So we can see that money is definitely flowing back into this stock rather than out, which is a positive sign. Moving on up to our momentum indicator, we'll take a look at the RSI 2, 5, and 14. As you can see, the last couple days, trading days, had been extremely oversold. Our RSI 14, which is the industry standard, is trying and fighting so hard to get out of oversold territory. It's currently trading at 26.84. This is just really bad. I mean, it's so low, it's got to come up. As you can see, we've got our RSI 5, which is the white area, just barely crossed the 30 line. But interestingly, we have our RSI 2, which takes in the last 2 days of trading, and that's crossed the 70 line, and that's pretty much very good momentum that we've got going on right here. So we've got quite a few good things. Taking a look at our PPO and our ADX line, we've got an interesting formation which is starting to form what I like to call the bottom breakout that we sell DVDs on, that I've mentioned numerous times, you can learn this trading platform through ordering our DVD. Currently, right now, it's selling for $89. It's 2.5 hours long. It'll help you scan for these stocks, find these stocks every day, and you can make a lot of money on these. Back to this trend, though, I'd like to point out that our ADX line is up here almost to the 40 line. It's not quite gotten there yet. We usually don't want to mess with these until we're in the 40 zone. But being that this is such a heavily traded stock, I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing start to flatten out and then tail off. What I'm looking for regarding support and resistance areas, I'm looking for this $4 area to hold. My first support area I would like is about 450 right in here. We've got so many gaps right in here that haven't been filled. It's a little bit different with the big board stocks versus the OTC, BB, or any pink sheet stocks. Like I said, I think our big move's I'm looking for the break of about 730, and I think that's where I'm looking to get in. I currently don't own any shares in this, but I'm definitely watching this thing very close. If we can break this area, I think we can run up to 12 bucks very easily. So there's a lot of money to be made in this stock. That concludes our analysis of AIG. If you'd like to learn more about technical analysis, please visit our website, and you can check out some of our DVDs that we have for sale, and we have plenty of free videos that you can also learn from. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and trade without emotion.